Hello, everybody. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Yes, I am dressed in a Santa's hat today because I love the holidays, and I hope that you do too. So I thought it might be kind of fun to channel a question today about Santa Claus and kind of do you believe in him? Do you not? The energy of Santa Claus, because why not, right? As Christmas is coming, I thought this would be a fun thing to ask about. So before I begin, I'll introduce myself, Tammy Langowski. I am an intuitive advisor. I work with your questions. I'm clairaudient, clairvoyant. I offer private sessions. And I do some channeled messages that you'll find on my Tammy's Intuitive Services Facebook and Instagram pages. I do have, besides Tammy's channel chats, I do have another YouTube video with fellow intuitive Julie Hawkins, and we both channel messages as well. So check that out when you have some time. That's with the #2 Psychic Moms. So thank you for viewing as always. And I wanted to make this one fun because, again, it is the holidays. I love this stuff. And I started thinking about, I've been asked that question, like, are elementals real and things like that, which yes, they are. There is that realm of elementals. And so, in fact, I talked about an elf on my on 2 Psychic Moms that was posted recently. If you want to check out that was our holiday edition too. So if you want to look at that one, it was kind of fun. So I wanted to pose the question to our guides: is Santa real? So when I close my eyes to listen to this response, I love that. Didn't expect it. They said he is as real can get. Yes, he exists in your heart, doesn't he? For those of you who grew up with the idea of a Santa Claus, he exists in your heart, even if you were told otherwise as you grew older, or, well, yeah, told otherwise or saying by either parents, siblings, other people, friends that wanted to set you right about what they thought was the truth. Santa is a sentient being. The energy of Santa lives through all of us. No matter what your belief, your religion, Santa Claus is as real, we're going to say it again, as real can get. They're telling me jolly old Saint Nick, giving different phrases of what he's, Kris Kringle, what he's been referred to. He is an energy of love and spirit, and he holds divine truth. They put him very closely to, well, God's source, a direct connection of that. He represents childhood. He represents childhood dreams, imagination. And yes, we would put him in the elemental realm. Wow, it's cool. Okay, so guides, what do we say to, obviously people are going to sit there and say, yeah, sure, okay. Some might, and say, I don't see him anywhere. We see him, people dressed up like him maybe, but I'm not seeing him physically. And so what about that? Because he doesn't live in a physical body, he said. He's the embodiment of spirit, in spirit, of truth, love, and all that is good, nature. I get a lot of nature. They just showed me, there's a picture of, sometimes we'll see pictures of Santa with holding rabbits and holding, on Christmas cards or other things. They said that is very true to his nature. I say his nature. He really does exist. Now, he says it's not saying that you here on the earth plane have not embellished him a bit and created stories around him, as you well know, with wonderful, they're telling me, TV shows, movies, and things like that represent jolly old good Saint Nick. But he is in your hearts. He does exist. So guys, question I have, because I really love the whole child within thing. And, keeping that spirit alive, I think is really important, and playfulness. So when we transition, when it's our time to transition to the light, so will we see Santa as well as other beings and so forth? Absolutely, yes. If that is something that is your desire and your wish, then yes, you will see him. And you will be able to tell him all the things you wish to tell him. for those of you who grew up in this particular lifetime knowing a Santa Claus, in whatever form that was for you, you will have an opportunity to tell him how much you adore him and what he meant to you. He will be listening with a keen ear. I just got a big old face in front of me, you guys. This is really cool. Clairvoyantly, big face, jolly old Saint Nick, kind of traditional of what you see. He will be what he will be for all of you. His skin color may change, they said, to represent more of what you feel is either you or was you in this lifetime. So not to worry about what has been represented in this lifetime necessarily. He is there for all, of course. And so they are showing me that. For me, I'm seeing him as kind of the stereotypical Santa Claus, you know, but his face is very big in my face right now as I close my eyes. He says, don't worry, I'll be here waiting for you. And that I will be here. He shows me handing out candy canes and all of that, shows me the North Pole, shows me a house. These are things that you have replicated on this earth plane to enjoy. And they're very close to that magic at that time. He's very close to that magic at that time when you are seeing this and you're seeing this energy. So whether it's like Santa's village that you're visiting or anything like that, there's warmth there, and there's the spirit of Santa involved in that energy as well. So do know that if you're going to places like that. We love that he taps into your child within at this time of the year. And for those of you who are not sure about that, allow yourself to feel those energies and to have that experience. There's nothing wrong with believing, because elementals in general are real, so is Santa Claus's energy in spirit. You know, my mother used to always say that I feel that Santa is real. And once we children were, you know, bought into the idea that Santa was not real because we were not physically seeing him, she said, I always believe in the spirit of Santa. And that stayed with me. And that's what I like to tell other people as well, that spirit is very much alive. Remember, if it's the idea that anything you put your thoughts into and your beliefs in, when we transition, we will see. So probably no different, right? So does he exist? He exists in spirit, yes. And he exists in all the things in our imagination and the things that we have created, whether it has been the writers, the producers, the directors in movies and TV, whether it's the people they're showing me in the artists they're showing me that decorate, you know, whether it's Disneyland or whether it's, like I said, someplace that's just magical and shows all different representations of Santa. We want you to believe. We want you to believe. Decide you believe. It's magic, right? It's all good. It's all magic. And allow yourself to notice Santa in the mall. Yeah, see a guy dressed up as Santa? Of course. Yeah, I'm not thinking otherwise. But he's a representation, right? In fact, the other day I was at the mall and I walked by, and it was in the afternoon, so there was no children there, and there was a Santa waiting. And he looked like, you know, he was a really perfect looking Santa. I was pretty impressed. And so I made sure to give him a wave and say, hi, Santa. And, you know, he did the typical ho, 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 Merry Christmas, you know. And that made me feel so good. I loved it. And I said, Merry Christmas. And I was just elated because, you know, that's what we need to do for ourselves, right? He made my day. I hope that I made his in some way. He was just kind of sitting there looking a little bored, you know. So say hi to your Santa if you see him in the mall or wherever you might see him. Anybody dressed up like him is in the spirit and sharing a spirit and energy of love. So that is all I have for you today. It was going to be channeling about the idea of Santa Claus, if he's real, if he's not real, and all that good stuff. I hope that was helpful for you and you had some fun with that. So I want to wish you a very joyous Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever it is that you celebrate. Wrap yourself in love, wrap others in love with you, open to receiving. And I want to encourage you again to check out our 2 psychic moms that we just, our most recent one. We kind of talk about the spirit of that as well, amongst other subjects as well. So thank you again, as always, for viewing my Tammy's Channel chats. And the comments are there for you to make any kind of comments you'd like, or if anything you'd like me to ask about or address for you. And I look forward to hearing from you. And I'll be back next week before the new year. So take care, enjoy the holiday, blessings to you all. Merry Christmas.